These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Baltimore Ravens. This is taken near the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Brissett. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Check it back, check it back.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Check 25, check 25. Shift.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, if there is a certainty in this game, we know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there, and look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete, but they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
Here we go, 50, Mike 50. Army. Mike 50.
On 3rd down, Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darius Leonard able to record his 5th sack of the season. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive, then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Here's Brissett. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36.
He's checking. Crash.
Throwing. Brissett. He's going deep for Brown. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. In for the score. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Bailey got the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Pick it up. You go touch the ball.
From the 27, Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Let's go now. 50 for flag. Top 50. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Rush in.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. And give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 42.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Get in the weight room. Check. Fresno.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Jackson on 1st down. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Danny Shelton muscles his way in for the sack. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. To throw is Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jabal Sheard in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Check 50. Watch twist.
They'll look to run with Ingram. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken near the 13. Oh, nice move. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
I know at retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissue. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 27. Naeem Hines, his first carry. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Naeem Hines, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone, as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Jackson. And that's incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And now it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin, and he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Jabal Sheard picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Brings up 3rd down.
Max 50. So don't say nothing.
Here's Jackson throwing on 3rd and long. Being chased out left. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Let's go. 55. Watch the slats.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Brissett sets to throw it. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On play action, Brissett. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Deion Kane, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Bailey got the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. The first half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
It's now third down and 14.
On the ready. Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Throwing on third and long. Jackson. He sets to fire deep. He's got a man. Complete. And all the way down to the 39. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Now it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this will be touchdown across midfield at the 45-yard line.
Go. Let's go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Hines. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Ready, 55 to Mike. Check, 55 to Mike. You must be dreaming. One, 22, check, cover. 22, check, right.
On third down, Brissett. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 27-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check 37. Check 37. Any weapon. '55's mine, guys. 55. Here we go. Here we go.
On first down, it's Mack, and he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Staying on the ground with Mack. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, his second touchdown on the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Bailey got the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
At the 27-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
That's a gain of 7. Check 43. 3rd and 2.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Loss of 2 yards. It's 4th down.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. But he's got Snead. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. To throw on 3rd down. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about 1 yard, if that. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
Watch the twist.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. That's to his running back, complete. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They only get a hard-fought yard, but that's all they needed. It pays off the decision to go for it, 1st and goal. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 1 yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd and goal, Jackson, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are able to make things a bit more respectable. Jackson from the shotgun to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now Jackson on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 32-yard line. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. It's complete to Snead. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. This is Hill on the draw play. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. The Ravens on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now it's Jackson. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Jackson stepping, and he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down, but congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
Like my old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Gonna say,
and he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
First down, Indianapolis.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
This a give to Mack running to the right. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
I got it. Check three.
They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
And it's 3rd down.
Ronnie, 18 data. Check 59. I got you.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. and never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows, you may meet up with this team again.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and it's third down.
Brings up third down and 15.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
D-line, get that quarterback. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Romo. Go. Play it, play it, play it, play it, play it, play it. Mike 50, Mike 50. Let's go.
Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Darius Leonard in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Colts, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they'll drop to 0-2.